Hello everyone, welcome to another t-shirt design tutorial, and today I'm going to make a Photoshop t-shirt design. And for this one I'm going to make a Viking design like this one. This text I'm going to redesign it and in Photoshop. So for this one I'm going to take this 4500 into 5400 artboard, of course in 300 DPI and PPI, and of course in RGB color mode. I get these questions a lot. For t-shirt design, if you are going to print them manually via any local shops, then you have to make it in CMYK. But if you are going to use print on demands like March by Amazon, Teespring, Redbubble, etc., then you have to make it in RGB color. So don't ask me why, just search it on Google, and this the rule is RGB. So I'm taking this setting and then create. So it is going to give me artboard like this. This is the artboard I will be using here. And in general I just take a solid black color layer for starting the design process, and this is where I will be designing. And for this one I'm going to use some images here like this one. This is not a Viking, of course, this is a knight, but I will use that. And then this is my main Viking design that I am going to use, like the image here. So this is not my work, this is someone else's work. I just took the image, and let me warn you, this is not for print on demands, this is copyrighted, so this is just for practicing. So I'm going to, and this is a Viking background. You can search on Google, you will find a tons of them. And then I'm going to bring them all one by one in my Photoshop. So this is the way I want to place it. I want to just make it as a background, not the main image here. So this will remain in the background. And then of course I am going to use this knight here. So this one, you can see they are not very good quality image, the size of them. This is just some random Google images. So I'm going to place one here, and then I'm going to bring that to this direction, and then I'm going to press Ctrl T. So Ctrl T will give me this transform option, right click and then flip horizontal, press enter. So this is how it is looking, and this is how my design is going to be. So I'm going to press shift to select this, like to click on this two, and that two layer is being selected. If I click here, that layer is being selected. If I click here, it is selecting that layer. And if I press shift and then click on another layer, it is going to select multiple layers. So once it is selected like this, I am going to right click and rasterize layers, and then right click and merge layer. This is how I want them to be. I want them to be a one single layer. So you can see now they are acting as one image. That is fine. And of course this one I want to make that rasterize true. That is fine. Now let's bring in our main Viking image, this lady Viking that I'm going to use here. And this one I want to make it a bit smaller in size than the original. And this is how I want to make it. Like I want to place it in the front, and I want to make it look like this. She is standing in front and those two is standing in the back. But in my opinion, they are a bit far away from each other. So let's take my lasso tool. I'm going to take my lasso tool, and in this layer I'm going to make a selection like this. Then press V, that means move tool, to move it like this. Then I'm going to select my lasso tool again to select this part, and then I'm going to move it a bit close to the original. And then I'm going to, okay, that is looking a bit up right now. I think that is fine. So this is how I want it to be. So I'm going to select this layer and then this layer, so that I can align them in the center position. So this is the center position. That looks good. And for the background, I want to move it a bit up. I want to make that a little visible. So that is how I want it. So this is how it is looking. Let's do some modifications here. First of all, we need to match the colors of our graphics, like this color in the background. This two graphic is in one color combination, this is in another, but we can make all of them look similar. And how to do that? First step is I am going to select this layer, rasterize it, and then go to image, then adjustment, and then desaturate. That will make it black and white. Again I am going to do the same for this, and that is going to make it black and white. So you can see there is no color in them right now, only black and white and gray, something like that. So if I now I want to select this layer, this soldier layer. How to do that? I can simply press Ctrl and click on this layer thumbnail. it is going to make a selection of that layer. You can see like this, and then I am going to bring in a solid color layer. This is going to be like this, but I don't want it to be white. I want to match the color, so I'm going to pick one color from this background, that is this reddish color or something like that. I want it this color, and then click OK. So this is how it is looking right now, but if we change the blending mode to overlay, it is going to look like that. You can see now it is already matching with the background color, and that is fine. So again, I'm going to select this layer by pressing Ctrl and click on the thumbnail, and then I'm going to take a solid color layer again, and this time again I'm going to pick this color from the background, click OK, and then change the blending mode to overlay like this. So you can see this is how my design is looking right now, and it is matching with the background color. That is the way of matching colors in the graphics. So they are all in same color combination. That is fine, perfectly fine. Let's select all of these layers and make them a group so that we can move them by group. You have to change it from layer to group, then you can simply move them by group. That means they are acting as one image right now, but still you can modify them one by one. Anyway, so this is my main image here, main graphic part here. Let's add some text here. This is the font I will be using in this design. Then this is the text, so I'm going to use it as it is, simple text, always be, and then I'm going to change the font to like Runestone regular. This is the font I will be using. So I'm going to press Ctrl T for making this a bit bigger in size. Okay, not like that. Let's press Ctrl. I'm pressing Shift and Alt together to make them bigger in all the direction, and that is the way. And then I'm going to press Alt to make a copy of this. Let's bring it. Let's make it bigger and something like this. Okay, so the reason I am using this font is this is a Viking font. If you search like Viking fonts, you will find tons of different images like different fonts. Always be yourself, so I'm going to change it to with yourself. So this is how it is looking. I'm just placing the font right now, don't worry about them, and then aligning them in the center position. That is fine. Let's maybe select this group too, so that we can align everything together. So that is how it is looking. Always be yourself unless you can be a Viking. Unless you can be a Viking. So I'm going to place that one here, something like this area. Unless you can be a, then I'm going to put that Viking in a very bigger font, just like the yourself font. Unless you can be a Viking. Okay, not like that, sorry, not in that direction. I want to make it big but keeping the proportions. So this is how it is looking right now. Unless you can be a Viking, then always be a Viking. I'm not going to make any kind of text effect here. I'm just going to place everything just as simple as possible, then always be a Viking. So you can see this is how it is looking. Now I can simply select all of them, and then I can simply align them in the center, and that is going to keep them all in the center of the graphic in the artboard. So that is how I can modify them. So this is how it is looking, don't worry about that. And now I need to do some modifications, like then always be a Viking. So this is going to be the wide of my design. I'm pressing Ctrl R for bring in my ruler, so that I'm pressing Alt to change the direction of the ruler. So this is how it is looking. Now then of course I can make this part bigger to match the wide of my design, but it is not looking very good. Let's try like this. So here, and then I'm going to select this always be. I want to make them a bit bigger. That is good, no problem. And then this one, unless you can be a Viking. Okay, so this is how it is looking. This is how my text part is looking. I need to do some modifications here. So I want this yourself text to go behind her head, but on top of the background. So how to do that? So this is my yourself text. I'm going to bring in just a layer below that, my lady layer. You can see now it is looking like this, looking like she is on top of the yourself text, but the rest is in the background. And of course for this area I want to keep them on top, and then I want to hide this part of the graphics. Like this part is okay. Let's stress the text a bit, just like this. It is not a problem. You can do that if it is making your design look good. Don't worry, you will find some rules like do not stress text anyway. So this is how it is looking right now. I have to change the color theme to this original color that we can see here, and for doing that I'm going to select all this text layer together. Then from this character panel, if you don't have that, go to window, check this character panel, it will come here. So if I click on this white layer, I can simply select these colors from here, and you can see this is how it is giving me that exact color. So everything looking in that same color combination, that is fine. And for now the text position I need to do some modifications, and for doing that I am going to, first of all, you can see here I don't need this part of the graphics that is being visible here. So first step is I am going to, once you are satisfied with the position of your text, you need to break them. So I'm going to select them all and right click and then rasterize type. That will make them only simple layers. They are no more text, they are no more fonts, they are just simple shapes. Of course for this one too. So for this one maybe we can add some effect here for your self text. If I double click on this layer thumbnail, it will be selected, and then click on this option here. Then maybe I will use this arc lower but in negative direction, in minus direction, and that much is looking good to me. And then I'm pressing Ctrl T for transform tool to give me this transform option, so that, okay, I don't know what is going on here. First of all is I am going to select this yourself text and press Ctrl T. It is going to give me that option for my text. Okay, so what is going on here? That is fine. Let's just bring that a bit down and then press enter. So it is going to give that, it is going to apply that effect. It can take some time, so it is looking like this, and that much is good for me, no problem. So I'm going to hide these rollers, I don't need them anymore. So this is how it is looking. Now I want to make it visible, the overlappings here. So for that, unless you can be, so I want to select this layer, so that is that layer. Let's press Ctrl and click on this layer thumbnail. You have to watch it carefully. So this is how it is looking. Go to select, modify, and then expand. Make it 20 pixel, 10 pixel, anything depending on the size of the artboard you are working. I'm keeping it 20 pixel because I am working on a big artboard that is 4500. So let's click OK, and you can see this is how it is making a 20 pixel bigger selection than my original selection. So let's keep it like this for now, and then with this selection alive, okay, sorry guys, before making the selection we need to change it. I am selecting this group here and then click on this layer mask to open a layer mask, and then click on this option, this text selection, then modify and then expand. Same thing, it is going to give me a selection like this. Now with this selection activated, I need to go to this layer mask option, and here I am going to take my brush tool to paint in some black colors. So if I make the color black and paint in here, it is going to hide those part of the main graphic, if you can see. So if you turn off the original black layer, you will be able to see that it is removing that part inside the selection. So my text is being more visible. That is what I wanted. Now I'm pressing Ctrl D for deselection, and then I don't need this part of the graphics of the text of the main graphics, sorry. So I'm going to paint them with my brush tool here inside, and that is going to hide those area, if you can see here. And of course you can see there is a black background of that original black shape we pasted this one, this background, so we can remove some part of that too, just to make it more transparent, not with a black background. So this is how it is looking. Don't worry about what it is. Okay, so there is a problem, and that is we cannot do it here because this yourself text is inside this group, and that is making them invisible. So what I can do here is, let's come out of that and then select this layer, this original layer, create a layer mask for that, and in that layer mask I can do that exact same thing just to hide this part. You can see now it is going to keep my yourself text. Okay, so this is how it is looking. I just wanted that to be visible from here. Okay, not like that. Now I need to change it to layers. I need to select not that one. I am going to select this one. Press Ctrl T to bring that a bit up. Something like that. That is fine. Now again I am going to go inside the layer mask and then remove some of this black. Okay, so this is how it is looking, and then I'm going to go to this layer again, this layer mask, to remove some of these parts because I don't need them. So as you can see, this is how it is looking. If we turn on the black background, it is looking perfectly fine. And for this area, for this lady head where it is overlapping with yourself text, I want to make a area there. So let's select that lady head from here by pressing Ctrl and click and make a selection. Let's go to select, modify, and then expand. So again 20 pixel expand is good. Now I'm going to select this yourself text, right click and rasterize, and then for sorry, we need to do that later. So first of all, deselect by pressing Ctrl D. This is the yourself text, make a layer mask for that, and now click on this layer and then go to select, modify, expand. So 20 pixel expand is good. Now when this selection is made, I am going to go to this selection, this layer mask here, and then there I am going to paint some blacks, and that is going to hide those part of the text. It is not visible right now because of the black background there, but don't worry, this is what I wanted to make here, just to make a separate area for my text. So this is how it is looking right now. We can do some other stuffs here, like for this yourself text we can make a effect of that. How to do that? I'm going to first of all select, go to select, and then okay, so first of all is yourself. So this is my yourself text. I'm going to make a selection of it, then I'm going to go to select, modify, and then expand again. 20 pixel is good, and here I am going to take a layer on top of that original yourself text layer, and here with my brush tool, if I press Alt, I can sample this color, and with my brush tool I am going to paint some colors in there. Don't worry what is going on here, just do it like this and this is fine. And then I am going to press Ctrl D to deselect. Again I am going to select on Ctrl click on this original layer of the yourself. It is going to make a selection of that, and then I am going to come in this new layer that I just created, and with my brush tool selected I am going to take it black color, and then I need to change the blending mode to dissolve, and with my dissolve brush I can simply paint it like this, and it is going to give me a effect like that, as you can see here, but I want to do it in a bit smaller size. So this is how it is looking. Press Ctrl D and you can see this is how this effect is created. So that is one part of the text. I am not going to do that for this smaller text because that is too much, but for this bigger one, this Viking text, I am going to do that. So first step is select this Viking layer, go to select, modify, and then expand. I am keeping the same size pixel, then taking another layer on top of that, then press Ctrl B, and with Ctrl B, sorry, just press B for brush tool, and with this color selected, let's change it to normal again so that I can just fill in with that color. No effect here, just like this, that is fine. and then again I am going to control click on this layer. This is going to make that original selection, and with that layer selected I am going to change the color to black, again changing to dissolve, so that I can paint in like this, not like that much bigger in size, something smaller. Okay, so something like this, and this is how it is looking. Don't worry about that. And this is how this effect is created. You can see there is some empty space in our design, like this one and this one. We can simply fill that with different graphics. Like for that I downloaded some effect here. This is a lightning effect here. I'm going to place it here just like this, and this one I want to create, I want to place it here, and then another one I want to place in this direction. I am not going out of that original design area. That is good for me. Okay, so something like here, and then maybe this one a bit close to each other inside. Right click, rasterize type, then here merge layer to make them one single layer. Then I want to change the blending mode, and let's see which one is going to look good for me. Okay, so it can take some time to find the perfect combination. This one is looking good. It is hiding that blue ray of the light and it is matching with the background, but it is too much in size, in color. So let's just change the opacity so that it fits in with my design. And this is how it is looking. We can do some other stuffs too in our this design, like making some other effect. Let me show you one more thing. So this is a Viking X that I downloaded just from Google, and I'm going to use that. So I'm going to make it to rasterize the layer, and then I am deleting this part of the X. I don't need that. So for this one here I am just going to press Ctrl T. That is going to make it smaller in size, like for transform tool. And for this area I'm going to place it here, and that is fine. Let's place it on here and then another one here, so that I can just fill that area with something. That is fine. So I'm selecting these two, then I'm going to align them in the way, in the center position, something like this. Then right click to merge layer. It is becoming one layer. Now again I'll do the same thing. So I'm going to make a selection of this, and then I will add a color layer on top of this, and this color should be this one. And of course with that I am going to change it to overlay, and that is going to give me that exact color look. So you can see this is how we can simply fit in anything. And of course if I want I can use another one here. Control C, Control V, that means paste. Sorry, not that one. So once that is pasted I am going to bring in here, and then I'm going to make it bigger in size just to fill in this area. And then I'm going to select this one, make a copy of this, and this position looks good to me. So something like here, and then I'm going to of course merge them to make them one single layer. Then again I'm going to select this one, again that same color effect that I just did for the rest of the graphics, and it is looking like this. That is fine. Let's select these two and make them a group, and this group I want to bring them just below everything on top of that original layer, original background, but here something like this. And this position looks good to me. Let's bring them not like that, change it to group so that we can bring them. Sometimes it's hard to select a thing because that is in the background, and on top of that we have this lightning layer. So we need to press Ctrl T for transform tool, and with transform tool we can move anything we want. And this is how it is looking. Let's select this lighting layer one more time, and let's bring the opacity a bit up so that it is lighting that is visible, that is lighting. And for this Viking text I wanted to do one more thing, that is bring in a fire effect here. So I'm going to place it something like this, in this way. Not, this is not looking very good, not very perfect, but don't worry, it is going to work for us. So on here, and then I will make a copy, bring that here, right click, transform, that means horizontal to reflect, and then I'm going to select this to file layer, rasterize them, and then merge them to make it them one layer. And then I want to change their blending mode to something like overlay. Okay, overlay is not working here, so let's see which one works for us. Maybe lightning or screen will work here. You have to play with different options to see which one looks best. Okay, so let's do it one more time. I think this is looking good, this is screen, and then we can reduce the opacity so that, okay, not reducing the opacity is not the option here. Color dodge is looking good. So this is giving it a fiery effect here. So I am going to select this shape, then I will bring a copy of that just here, right click, sorry, Control T for transform. I'm going to move it in the opposite direction, place it here, but this one I want to place inside this group and just on top of this yourself text, you can see here. So it will be, it is going to be in the background of this lady here, but on top of that text. So this is how you can do it, and of course for the rest of the text we can do something similar. So I'm not going to take any more of your time, guys. So this is our final design. I hope you enjoyed this one. And for making a design like this is just for practicing, but it will increase your knowledge about Photoshop and image manipulation, of course. And if you want to sell graphics like this, there are websites like Gear Launch and other non-exclusive sites where you can sell arts like this, but you have to learn about them. You can always search on YouTube and Google for learning different things, or maybe I will make another video where to sell this kind of designs, but this is definitely not for Merch by Amazon, Redbubble or exclusive sites like them. So just practice them for now, and see you in the next video, guys. If you have any question or anything regarding to this video, you can let me know in the comment section. See you in the next video, guys. Have a great time. Thank you very much.